Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Okay, today we are doing a fun challenge. This is with 49 dragonflies. 49 dragonflies, Barbara, myself, and HEINZL. We came up with a fun challenge that we would like to try. And so you will be seeing the other videos. You will encourage you to watch Barbara's video on this and Luis's video on this. We're all switching. I'm doing Barbara's challenge today, and Luisa will be doing mine, and Barbara is doing Luis's. So you'll need to go to their channels to be able to get all the digitals. They're free, so that you can do the challenge with us, which is super fun. Okay, so the idea was to do the the five items, and Luisa and Barbara have done this before. They've been doing it, but I wanted to do something that may be a teeny bit different, but still the same, and not have to worry about mailing, because there are so many countries and things right now that you can't count on that too well. So we came up with the digital base. So these are the 5 items that Barbara has provided for me, and there are instructions. So I will read those instructions and we will kind of get started. And each one, we didn't collaborate as to what we're doing for our digitals or our instructions or anything like that. But this will be a fun challenge, and I hope you'll join us. I think it'll be great. Okay, so let's see what she is saying that I need to do here. Use the large piece with the lace. Okay, so that's this one. In combination with real lace, fabric, and button. Okay. Add some paint blobs to the envelope. That would be here. Use the butterfly in combination with a clock. If you don't have one, make one. Okay, I'll have to work on that. Add the butterfly clock image into the envelope so it peeks through the windows. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Use the metal closure as a functional piece to close something. Okay, so maybe we'll turn this into like a little journal, little notebook or something like that. We'll see. And okay, and so this, let's see, add some paint blobs. Okay, so this is just, I use it, but I didn't have specific instructions for that. Okay, so this is going to be so much fun. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and cut my items out. I'm just going to do this real quick just to get them so they're manageable. So I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to gather some lace and fabric and a button. And anyway, we'll just get started, so I will be back. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. I have cut this out, my butterfly, and this of course is a hand that goes on a clock that it's attached to. I've brought over some vintage lace And actually this would also qualify for fabric because it's a lace attached to fabric. We'll see. I'm not sure. I've cut everything out, and I took this over and sprayed it with coffee, and then folded these little flaps over, and I got a envelope out. I'm not 100% sure I'll use it, but one of the Christmas cards that I received this year, it was in there, and I just, obviously I'm going to not use the return address of who sent it, but I don't mind having my address showing. I make it available for people. Okay, so we'll see. And I have, as far as a clock goes, I have some washi tape. These are clocks. Now, these colors wouldn't work, but this one might work nicely right here. So I've got that. And I've also got these smaller clocks. So we'll see. And this is supposed to be in conjunction with this. And we're supposed to be able to slip it in here somehow so that it shows through the window. So what I was thinking of doing perhaps is attaching, and then we have this closure thingy, and I'm not sure. I don't know what to do with that yet, because I have this cute envelope, and this says on it, this is super fun, you don't have a soul, you are a soul. You have a body. And this was C.S. Lewis that wrote that, which is fun. So it'd be fun to incorporate that. But there again, sometimes when you're creating, you sacrifice good things for other good things. And you have to be okay with that, really, because you're never going to come across, well, I won't say never, but rarely will you come across the combination that is just magic and absolutely everything fits perfectly with everything else. But more often than not, you'll get some really good results. And you'll have fun in the process. So these challenges are just really fun. I hope you will join us in this because, because it's fun. Because why wouldn't you? Yeah, I don't like that. So let's see. One idea that I had was to kind of put this as an edging around here, maybe. But there again, this is okay. I'm not loving that either. Although it's, it's okay. This shouldn't be a struggle. It should not be a struggle. So, lace with this and a button and fabric. Another thing that I could do, which isn't my first choice, wouldn't be my first choice either, but that would be, I could alter this as well, this digital, and I could put some lace on top and then put some fabric on top of that, and I could stitch, kind of copy Barbara in here a little bit and kind of recreate what she did with the digital, but make it so that it's real. It has your texture that you don't get with the with those digitals. I could do that. We could stitch and stitch down. Could do kind of. So I maybe want like 1.5 inches of lace if I do that. Still thinking, guys. And we can use other things, but we do definitely need to incorporate these things. These are our main focus that we have received. Okay, so I think I'm going to get some other lace. I'm going to get maybe a cardstock, something that can slide in, that maybe I can put my clock and my butterfly basis to slide in here. Oh, and I've got to put some blobs of paint on this. Let's see, maybe we can go ahead and maybe we can do that part without turning the video off. Let's see. Blobs of paint. Let's get some water and let's get my fan brush. I'm not very good at this, as you know if you watched my my last video. It was pretty, I don't know if it was my last one, but the one where a little bit ago where I blobbed. I used this and dropped it on the paper, and that was a complete disaster. It's pretty funny though. It's like, okay, you want to get a good joke? Go. I'm just playing here now. Let's spritz a little bit of water here. And we will just see if it will blob. Blob. Okay. And it is working, I think. So. Okay. So we have blobbed paint. Successfully done that. Now let's try to kind of wipe that down a little bit. And we will let this dry. Let's see. I should go ahead. Maybe wonder if I want those to run a little bit. Yeah, I think it'll be nice like it is. We'll see how that goes. We'll set that aside and let it dry. And we will go ahead here and scoop up this paint and just take it off there. That didn't do anything really. Let's, what do I want to do for the background here? I like this, but maybe just a little bit lighter, because I do think the color blends nicely with that. Or I could even, I don't know what I was using this for, but I also have this tissue paper that I could just cover that with. And let's see, then it would be a little different look. Kind of like, I think I kind of like to have this show a little bit. So let's go ahead. I'm just behind me just a second here. And let's put some clear gesso. Should we brush it? Should we, oops, that's not dry yet. Let's move that back over. Well, let's just kind of we'll just give it a little bit of a brush and see what we think. Something like this, with this type of a challenge, I mean, it's really making you think. This is, I don't have physical heavy item type things, and so I'm having to really try to be creative. And, well, not that you're definitely creative when you're doing the other as well. I certainly don't mean to say that's not as wonderful and fabulous. This is just a different take. That's all. Just something a tad bit different. Not better, not worse, just is what it is. So let's kind of do that. We'll do some cross hatching, kind of. I think that looks pretty cool. And of course, most of this will be covered up with this envelope that I'm drying right now. Okay. And I think what I might do, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. And then I think I might put put my ink pad over it just to tone down the white gesso just a bit. So I will be back. Okay, I have picked out a few things, and as you can see, this has dried. I actually went and pressed this down with my iron so that it wasn't wrinkly and would make an easier little tuck spot, little pocket here. And you can see also, after I gessoed, I rubbed, what did I use? Whoops. I used the tea dye. I just rubbed it on this way. And then I took the walnut stain, and with this brush, I just rubbed it in. So it's very subdued, and I like this as a background. So this is kind of what I'm thinking right now, is I will place this up in this area. This I will of course decorate with the lace and the fabric, and I'm thinking somehow with this and making a closure and maybe utilizing this stamp, doing it over the stamp or something, and this will be over in this area underneath. And so what I want to do is, let's go ahead. I'm going to open this up on both sides. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. You can, like I'm using a letter opener that's sharp enough, you know, to do that. You can cut the very ends off, you know, however works, whatever method works better for you. So then that gives us this inside here that we can also play with. And I want to make sure that my envelope flappy deals, those little flappy deals, are glued down. let's see, let's make sure this is, I mean, I haven't actually decided what to do. I could just leave this. This could be a journaling spot. We could just leave it plain if we want to. I could go ahead and finish both sides of that the way I did on the front. Let's set this aside for just a minute. Actually, I don't really need that right now. Let's alter this. So I found this lace. Oh, this is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And I hoard it. I hoard it because it's so amazing. And once it's gone, it's gone. So let me get my fabric cutter, and we shall take a piece of this deliciousness. Yum. So I'm going to cover over this, but one of the things, let's see, let's bring this in a little bit more for you. One of the things that I like about this is I am giving it, it's small enough that you can see the layers behind, so you can see the lace that Barbara created with her digital, and so it still has that tendency to, to pop through, so it's kind of fun. I like that, being able to see that on the underside. And of course, I can use this in a different way. I could certainly, do something else with it. You can do whatever. But it's so beautiful. I think we're going to put that on the front. And then I got this out, this piece. I thought that this color would go nicely with this. I think that works beautifully together. So let's go ahead and let's do some ripping. Hopefully this will rip this way. Sometimes these fabrics don't want to rip the opposite way. They're like, no, you can't do that to me. And I'm like, sorry. I don't mean to be naughty or rude, but, you need to go and be embellished and utilized and have that wonderful opportunity to change. All right, let's see. How much of it do I want? I'm not sure I want that whole amount. And then she said, okay, there's fabric, there's this. I wonder if I bring in this pretty little, I'm thinking that's kind of very cool too. Ooh, I kind of like it. Let's see. What if we move this up yonder? Way down yonder in the pawpaw patch. Yonder made me think of that. I'm sorry. Made me think of the pawpaw patch. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm kind of liking this. Let's see. Let's bring this back. And this could be, we'll tuck that in, put this on a card, add a little, oh, I didn't get that out yet, did I? The cardstock. Okay, so hang on. I am just over here at my sewing machine, and I am going to just give this a little stitch through, and we shall see what we shall see. We shall see, my friends, what we shall see. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What was I thinking? No. All right. I like that. It's very cool. Very cool. Okay, now what I want to do, and I'm here at my desk and just kind of reaching up into some of my papers and whatnot, trying to get something that's a little bit heavier to work as a journaling card. Let's see, let's maybe think about using this. Or I could use this manila. Well, I suppose I could use this. Okay. So if I were to put this in there, okay. You're probably like, Ronda, your brain, it's just weird. It's just weird. And I'd be like, I know it is. It's just weird. But I'm stuck with it. And, you know, and obviously I am. We're each stuck with our own brains. All right, now this already has a kind of a deckled edge. Let's see if this fits in nicely. It does. How far in do I want it to go? So, oh man, now I'm messed up. Let me get the instructions again. Add the butterfly clock image into the envelope so it peeks through the windows. Bummer. I can't put that piece. I was going to put this and slip it in there, and yeah. Okay, fine. All right, Barbara, you win. This is your cute challenge, and it is cute. And I am enjoying this, but I can't do what I wanted to do, so we'll just move that out of the way. And is this going to be too... You know what? Now I've cut that the wrong size, so that's okay. We'll just get back and we'll measure here. How far do I need that? About 4 7/8. So we're going to cut us a piece 4 7/8. Let me get that done. Alrighty. Okay, we'll move that off to the side. And let's make sure that that's going to fit in. Okay, that's nice. And it can hang out. Let's see how far. Alrighty, let's about right in here. So let's get our tear ruler. And I think for this one, just for fun, I'm going to use the more jagged edge. Why not? Why not, you guys? Okay. Well, we've definitely got a jagged edge now. I do believe that I will kind of trim that down and trim that down so it's not quite so prominent. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and edge around here. And we will just continue on. And this will be a journaling card, obviously, that slips in this little tuck spot or pocket, whatever you want to call it. That'll be fun. And this paper I got at that same place that I got the lace that I was telling you about, the antique lace at the college store, kind of surplus store, many years ago. Still have a whole bunch of it. Okay, so now it comes time for, so I want to position, let's see. Actually, let's play with this a little bit, see what we think. Because I would like a good part of it to show through. What do we think of that? Let's also move it over this away. Let's just kind of play with that just a little bit. Those look like eyes. That's kind of freaking me out a little bit, like a ghost. Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Let's. Come on, let's get in there. Okay, I'm just trying to move that little guy around. You know what? It's not going to be perfect. I'm just going to... Ugh. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I think we shall, I'm going to go ahead and just trim that up. We will move that. And I'm going to do this. I mean, this is totally fly by the seat of your pants, you guys. I'm like, oh. But it is fun. And I hope that you will go to all of our channels, and in the description box below our channels is where you're going to find the links to go get your freebies. And you will be able to find Barbara's freebie in my description box, and etc. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so let's get back to this. See how we're doing. I have a feeling this video is going longer than what I had hoped for. Ugh. That's just gonna drive me nuts, isn't it? It's just gonna drive me a little bit nuts. Okay, now let's see if we kind of scooch that in there a little bit. Let's just kind of play around with that a little bit. See what we think. Okay. Okay, I think I like that. So let's go ahead and get her glued down. Where's my glue? Want to try to keep that as much as possible in that spot. I hope you're enjoying your day and that you're working on something that really appeals to you. And I hope you'll get some fun inspiration from this video and that you'll decide that you definitely want to play with us, and we would love to see your work, obviously. Okay, so let's see what else we need to do. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to glue this down now. This will slide in. Okay, that will, okay, we like that. And this does give you, I like this so that you can read that as well. I also think that I definitely want to tone this down. So I think I will use this again, and we will just kind of soften this up. I'm not great at this, obviously, but I'm having fun and I'm being creative, and that makes me feel good. It just, you know, makes me feel good to be creative. Whether it's on something that I'm super familiar with doing or something that's totally brand new, like this is totally brand new and yet it's fun. Okay, let's go ahead and get the back of this a little bit. And this will just be a nice journaling card. And I think what I might do as well with these little corners, I think I will use my corner rounder on those. I think that they kind of fit in a little nicer when the corner is rounded. I think they fit into the little pockets and flaps and things that we like to use. And then I will also go ahead, we'll put that away. And where is my sponge dauber? Dauber. Where did you go? Don't hide. You know I will find you. That's okay. And you will be happy. You will, I promise. And of course you put these easily in journals. This would be a fun little addition. You've added quite a bit of writing space, not only on the journaling card, but on this kind of little envelope pocket that you're adding to it. Okay, let's see how that goes. I'm going to go ahead and glue around my edges now. And Barb created these so that your space that you slip something in can have more body to it. When you have little flaps like this, your envelope or pocket or tuck spot, it has more room. So that makes it super fun. And I could have actually, which would have been cool too, to put some some fabric or some lace underneath there. I just, whoops. Let's just not mess with that for a minute. I don't want that to come up. But I want to try it. I'm just really careful. Just really, really careful. Okay, so that part. So we still have this. We have this. I love that. I love that. And we have, I have to bring a button in here as well. Oh, you know what I might do too? I might actually put another clock. Now this I'm going to glue with my glue stick. This is, washi tapes aren't always geared for sticking down for any length of time. So we'll just see how this looks. I probably should have cut around that. And I didn't. But I like that. It gives balance. Oh, let's get that back out a bit. Sorry. Gives a little more balance, the opposite kind of edge thing. Oh, what else? What else, guys? I still need to figure out how this is going to use the metal closure as a functional piece to close something. So I was thinking here, but to do that, I probably need magnets, right? To kind of do something of this nature. Glue, and then put the magnet here and the magnet here. Let's see. Let's see what we've got here. I do have some magnets. Let's give this a try. I don't know, maybe this will be easier than I think. And what goes next to? Okay, that's the, it's not very much. Oh no, that's not very, might not be sticky enough. Let's see. If I glue that, and then, let's see if we have that. And then we could always use just a little washer. We can glue a washer down. Well, I'm there again. We're just doing this. Might not be really accurate, but there again, I am having fun because I'm doing something different. I'm learning, and those are all good things. Now, let me just try with one of these and see if this works. If I go ahead and do it this way, if this will work. So what I would do is put those two magnets together, right? And then close this with the sticky side, and then you have, okay. So that opens. Now, if I were to cover this, will it still stick? That is the question. And that I do not know the answer to. So, let's give it a try. We would want something light. What if we did the clock thing? What if we tried to just cover it with the clock? I don't know. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. We'll see how it works. And then I want to be done with this particular video. And like I said, I'd love to see what you guys come up with. And here again, let's go ahead and put washi or glue, stick glue on our washi. Let's see. Oh, this way. I don't know, what time is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I may be doing this wrong. But we're still doing it. We're just playing here. And we're hoping that this will work at least somewhat. And make it so that we can incorporate all of the elements that we were hoping to do. Okay, that'll still work that way. Let's cut out another clock. Okay. And that one is a bit big there again. What if I... No, that's not right. This is 12. I'm going to cut inside it somewhat, because I know this is too big. And I may have to do some, I'm sure I'll have to do some more trimming on this as well. So the sun is shining today. It is beautiful. I am so grateful when the sun shines. I love the sun. I don't like to be out in the sun when it's hot. I'm a fair weather, girl. I just want what I want, and that's all I want. This is not a fabulous way to fix this. I'll tell you this right now. What I should have done, and maybe I'll do it on another one, is I should have backed this with some more paper, something a little heavier, and then maybe even using a little bit more sturdy of magnets and whatnot. But this is following. That does close. To close. Technically it should have been glued here, huh? It's okay. It's quite all right. Totally fine with it. So then we are going to put this on an inside, something here, something there. I'm going to go ahead and finish up, and then I will just show you quickly what I have done. I'm going to add a little bit of paper here and maybe something on the back there. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to incorporate this into it. And yeah, there you go. I'll be right back. Okay, I am done. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy with what I ended up with. Okay, so let's go through everything. Most of it you saw me do, but I did do a few things after we chatted. I did add another piece of lace here to the bottom and zigzagged this fabric on top of that. I also added this cluster here. This is just cheesecloth is on the bottom, and then I have a little bit of book page that I've turned, and a different little paper turned another way. And then here is the button that was required, and I have this particular one. It had slots here, so I was able to thread some fabric ribbon through there, and that just kind of brings in a little bit of the green in here, and there's a teeny bit of a greenish cast here, not too much, but a little bit. We made this together, so you've definitely got your tuck spot. Now this I did off camera. I stitched around. I did 3 rows of, or 3 times around, using different stitches. I redid this. I was not happy with this. Remember, I had it this way, which really wasn't opening or closing anything. So I redid that. Okay, opening up, continuing on. This sweet cluster I made into a belly band. Here's where I had added my own lace and fabric, and then I added her small little cluster on top of that. I think that's just pretty. As you can see, I also did my papers the same way that I did the front that I showed you. So I decided to do that and make it cohesive. And then by stitching this, I created a specific journaling spot right here, and I used this old book page, and this is from I bought a book from Rachel with Roxy Creations, and she sent some extra pages and things which are wonderful to work with, and these pages came from there. So you can still journal, and you've got this journaling spot, and you've got this card, both front and back. Let's stick that back in there. That slides in there very nicely. You've got this. I've included, a whole page that's folded up. So you've got that you can journal on. You can journal on some of this. You can journal on completely the back. Here's our closure. We've redone that. I've covered the magnets. And so let's just go over the instructions one more time. Make sure we did everything. Okay, use the large piece with the lace in combination with real lace fabric and a button. Okay, so here's our lace, all of that. We've moved our button over here. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I was supposed to do the button with here. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Barbara. Okay, number 2, add some paint blobs to the envelope. I did that. We did that in the beginning, remember, some gold paint there. Use the butterfly in combination with a clock. If you don't have one, make one. Here's my butterfly. Here's my clock washi tapes. So we have done that. And it said, add the butterfly clock image into the envelope so it peeks through the windows. Okay, so we've taken care of that. use the metal closure, if I could talk, as a functional piece to close something. So there we go. We're closing this little journaling card, or yeah, just kind of a little journaling card that we're putting good luck and have fun. Hugs, Barbara. All right, I think we completed it. Thanks, you guys, for your help. Thank you for joining me. Make sure that you check out both Barbara's channel and Luise's channel, and I will have all of the links below that you need. Yeah, so until next video, guys, please have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.